Well, it's official, everybody. Gible Community Day is coming to Pokemon Go. I know so many people were anticipating this, and well, you got your wish. What's going on, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's Pokemon Go video, we're going to be breaking down this very sudden announcement from Pokemon Go regarding Gible Community Day, as well as some of the unexpected feedback. You know, mostly positive, but we do have some people with a decent argument against this Community Day. Either way, though, we're going to dive into that and kind of just share my perspective on everything as a whole, as I actually do fall into the category of, I guess, people who could be upset about this, but we'll talk about all that a little bit later on. As always, before we get started with this video, if you could hit that like button down below, it would help out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. As of right now, Niantic has only posted this announcement on their official Twitter page, so this hasn't actually gone out in-game yet, although you can definitely expect them to make the official announcement on the PokemonGoLive.com website very soon. That being said, though, we don't know what the bonus is going to be just yet. If I had to take a guess, I'd probably say double candy, which would be amazing for Gible Community Day. Additionally, we also don't know what the exclusive moveset is going to be. Some people are speculating that it could get Earth Power or potentially Dragon Rush. Now, both of these moves would honestly be incredible for Garchomp, but even without the Community Day moveset, Garchomp is very relevant in the Raid/Gym meta, as well as the PvP meta. Because of its dual typing as a Dragon/Ground type attacker in Pokemon Go, it is honestly one of the best Dragon types in the game, because it can withstand so much damage. So, guys, like, I don't think I have to say this, but in case you weren't already fully on board for this Community Day, take advantage of this like 120%. Like, this is by far the best Community Day that we have gotten in a very, very long time. And overall, I gotta say that is a big reason why people are really happy about this. You know, despite the few that kind of have their concerns, overall, this is a very, very good announcement. We have had a lot of very PvP-centric Community Days lately, and while that is definitely good for that aspect of the game, understand that many people don't PvP. As I'm sure many of you are watching this right now, you probably fall into that category as well. You don't PvP, you don't do Go Battle League. And a lot of you guys are collectors. A lot of you guys have been trying to get the shiny Gible for such a long time, or for that matter, you know, you want a good Raid/Gym attacker, which we haven't really gotten in a while. I mean, Machamp, I would have to say, was or actually, no, I take that back. Machamp and Roserade were the two most recent ones, but those were also PvP-centric Pokemon. That being said, though, I mean, you could still count them. There's no reason not to. But the point being is that we haven't had, like, a really exciting Community Day in Pokemon Go for a really long time. And, you know, some people may argue that's because we're still in a global pandemic, and that's fair. You know, that is completely fair. But at the same time, when I go out to play Pokemon Go Community Day, my grind areas are dead. Now, that could also be because we don't have the 3-hour lure modules, which I really wish they would honestly include, because I feel like that's a big incentive to go out and play with other Pokemon Go players. Although, of course, you know, global pandemic, I'm not going to say any more about that. Here in the States, things are getting better. Where I currently live in California, we have honestly improved a ton, and we're actually going to be reopening like completely soon, so that's really exciting for me. But of course, I do understand that in other parts of the world, the pandemic is still really, really bad, so depending on where you live, you might still be in a hard lockdown. Anyways, though, besides the point, overall, guys, Pokemon Go community, very excited about this, but the counter argument is that Gible is now devalued as a shiny. So yes, this is true. Kind of expected, but this is not something that hasn't happened in the past. We've actually seen this happen, or at least for those of you that have played Pokemon Go for a while, have seen this happen for a very, very long time. Two great examples of this in terms of Rarity Shinies were Machop and Ghastly. We just got a Machop Community Day earlier this year, so that's definitely a Pokemon that some of you probably remember. But those shinies were extremely rare. For like the longest time, like you had to go to a Machop nest if you wanted to get a chance at the shiny. For Ghastly, I think it was like you could only really get it through research encounters, which that was incredibly rare. I myself ended up getting one through a research encounter, and I believe also a Go Fest, so those shinies were really cool to me back then. And then of course, after the Community Day was released, they definitely became devalued, especially because we had the 6-hour days. So you could pretty much farm like 50 plus if you really grinded for it. Some people even went as crazy as to get like 80 shinies during those days, which makes sense because you have 6 hours to grind. But that being said, like, it's a completely devalued shiny at that point. So this is not something that I expect to go away anytime soon. Again, I've been playing Pokemon Go since the release, never taken any breaks, and I've seen this happen time and time again with tons of shinies, guys. And these are just 2 examples. Like, I'm sure you could probably name off a few examples in the comment section down below. I do expect this to continue happening in the future though. For example, Dino, I definitely expect that Pokemon to have a community day at some point, which would be awesome because that one is definitely locked behind a paywall right now. Who knows when that's gonna happen? Could be a year, could be 2 years, we don't know. I don't remember exactly when Gible was released in Pokemon Go, but it has been such a rare Pokemon for such a long time that honestly, the fact that it's getting a community day now isn't that unexpected, because it's definitely had its moment to be a rare Pokemon, including a rare shiny in the game. That being said though, because Gible was such a rare Pokemon in game, Niantic also boosted its shiny rate to I believe 1 out of 60, which is really, really good. So I kind of like the way that it complemented its rarity in game, in my opinion. And this is kind of where the argument comes in, is that Gible should have stayed as a rare shiny in Pokemon Go. And so this is the argument that some people are making right now, just because Gible has always been a rare shiny. With the boosted shiny rates, it kind of balances itself out. If you are able to find a Gible, then you have an increased chance of that Pokemon being shiny. But one thing I want to show you guys right now is that I actually am in that category of having the entire Gible shiny set, and I'm totally okay with this. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it now. I definitely had mixed feelings when Ghastly Community Day came out or Machop Community Day came out, but overall, guys, it doesn't really affect you that much. I mean, like, sure, the shiny's not going to be rare anymore, but you know, this is gonna happen time and time again. There isn't really anything we can do about it, and you know, to kind of be upset about this, and we're gonna go through some comments here on Twitter. So from Wild Gamer, this is Mystic 7's editor, I believe. So he says, I'm happy for everyone who doesn't have one, and Garchomp is a great Pokemon, but kinda sad I grinded so many eggs and raids to get my shiny Gibles, and now they are kinda worthless. A research day would have been better in my opinion. Let people have the chance of getting 1 or 2, not 50. So I definitely do understand where he's coming from with this, and it's a pretty solid argument all things considered. Gible has been a rare shiny in Pokemon Go for a very, very long time, and to kind of boost it this much is a bit excessive. Like, I would say that a research day could have been better as well. If you did want to kind of keep that rarity factor and kind of keep people chasing. At the end of the day, look at Niantic as a business, think about how they think about things from, and if they really wanted to continue milking this cash cow, then it would make more sense for them to maybe do a research day opposed to a community day. But I think Niantic also kind of wanted some good response from the community. As of lately, they have been messing a lot of things up, like a lot of things. The bugs have been really, really bad in Pokemon Go. Things have not been as good, the cash grabs have not been subtle at all, and I kind of think the overall Pokemon Go community needed a win, and this is the win that they're giving us. So this is not related to Gible at all, but I just want to say, if you have 4,000 storage and you're complaining, dude, you have a hoarding problem, straight up. So Bradley Wells says, absolute joke that they've done this, keep Gible as a rare shiny for Crown Out Loud, listen to your community. And then this guy says in response, the community has literally been screaming for a Gible Community Day for years. I don't know if I'd say years, but it's definitely been a while, yeah, that's for sure. So we have another comment here from a user named Jason. They say, cool, my Shundo becomes trash now, thanks. And then Mystic responds, there's always someone who can't be happy. And yeah, you know, at the end of the day, guys, I think it really comes down to, you know, does it really affect you that much? Yeah, maybe your shinies are devalued now, but overall, many people are gonna get to enjoy this Pokemon as a shiny, where otherwise they probably couldn't, you know, because it was locked behind raids or locked behind eggs, and that sucks. I mean, dude, I have the entire shiny set. I'm totally okay with this, so take that for what you will. So we have another complaint here. I get that Niantic wants to silence all the crybabies in the Pokemon Go community. What is a cryberry? I'm personally a fan of rare shiny, so I'm not happy with Gible Community Day. Let rare shinies be rare, don't have a shiny Gible myself. And I'm just gonna sum it up here, guys. I don't think I really need to go through too many more comments. just because it's really a small proportion of people who probably don't want this. I would say that most people have been wanting something like this for a while. And again, the biggest argument is that it's just devaluing the shiny, but guys, at the end of the day, to sum things up, it's just a game. You know, this is always going to happen. As we continue to move forward in Pokemon Go, shinies are going to get devalued. It's not something any of us can do anything about, really. I always say this in my videos, like I've said this so many times, but if you're spending money trying to get rare shinies in the game, that's on you. Like, because eventually Niantic will make them more accessible. This has happened so many times in the past, and it'll continue happening moving forward. So if you're one of those people that, you know, feel that your shinies have become devalued now because you spent so much money rating them or trying to hatch them, newsflash, I mean, not to be mean or anything like that, but it's just going to get devalued in the future. So if you want to spend money on the game to try and get it early, that's cool. You got it, you can see the timestamp, but other than personal satisfaction, I mean, there isn't really too much to it. It's just a shiny, guys. At the end of the day, it's just a shiny. Overall, this community day has so much hype around it. We have a PvP Pokemon, we have a gym/raid meta Pokemon, and we have a rare shiny, all together in one. Overall though, I gotta say that I'm very excited about this community day, so if you are too, let me know in the comment section down below. If you're not excited, you could also let me know that too. As always, I love to hear your feedback on stuff like this, so yeah, other than that, June 6th, mark your calendars, most likely 11 to 5 p.m. your local time. We'll get more information regarding the moveset in the future, and then we can kind of do an analysis in terms of where it will stand in the meta, assuming that it's not Dragon Rush, because if it's Dragon Rush, well, we won't know until it actually goes live in the Game Master file, but we can deal with all that later on. Other than that, that's going to do it for this announcement video. Kind of ran a little bit long here, but just wanted to cover the, I guess, opposition in terms of this Gible Day. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you all real soon in the next one.